Sounding good? Okay. Let's get going. I'm ready to finally move on to a new case. I feel like I've been on case 3 for what feels like a year, even though it's probably been like half a year. Jeez, man. Alright. Twisted Karma in his last bow. Bow, I don't know. I don't know yet. Alright. Let's go. Episode 4. Grace and Resolve. It was indeed the most bizarre incident born of a curious advertisement in the commonplace Newtown. At the edge of town.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow. For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
Ooh boy. What do we have in store today? 8 days after that earth-shattering trial, and Kazuma regained his memory. We were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel. Oh, I think I've heard this before. Oh, frickin' dogs scratching on my door. Fine, you want in? Come in. Well, they both went in this time. Oh, this is a nice place. Why are we here and not like in, you know what? Professor Mikotopa is due to arrive at any moment. Oh, okay, I see. We're meeting him. Yes, I'm so glad we got here on time. Sawdust-san hasn't been the same since what happened. Not that I'm surprised. The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. Do you suppose my father knew that he was actually the mass murderer, the professor, you mean? That's what she was thinking about. It's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 60 years ago, didn't they? Yes, that's true. Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikotoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well? That's right. For some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it. That probably means he knows then. About Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia, and he's regaining his memory now. Ah, there she is! What the? Oh, father! Oh, jeez. Hello, Susato. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you have arrived safe and sound. Oh, that's right. That's the freaking judge with the crazy beard hair. I didn't recognize either of them. Hello, Mr. Naruhodo. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here. Oh no, not at all. It's my pleasure. We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas. It has? I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who's this man? Why do I feel as though I've seen him before? I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me. that case, how about a little reminder? Say Shiro, firm tap should do it. Yes. Firm tap? What? Here we go then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Rinasuke Naruhodo, guilty. Pfft, what? We've already lost. Thanks. Ah. Oh, you're. Why does he have his gavel? I'm kind of worried about that. I don't want. Your Excellency. Hello, Judge Jikoku. How are you? It's been a long time. Good, you remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty, huh? Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at the time. So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back. Neither did I. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Don't really. I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it? Say Shiro. What are you talking about, Yujin? Of course, Judge Jikoku. Let's complete the set. He's the other man who 16 years ago came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. Jeez, we're getting backstory behind a judge. Well, I guess we haven't seen. I guess Judge Courtney, but still, he's the third visiting scholar. And that's not a spoiler for Investigations 2, but I mean, I guess kinda, but it's not something I have to need to cut out like the last time. With all the passport checks and luggage searches at the border took. Well, I completely botched that sentence. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took a lot of time. Must say, I'm rather envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through all that, did you? I knew you were jealous. Sorry, ministerial status? Yes, didn't you know? Seishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It was his personal instance that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on the study tour. Guilty as charged. he likes to laugh a lot. Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really a bit as important as he looks. Ah, yes, now, Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday. Oh, you did? It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with 8 days ago. About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy. Yes, could you tell us more about that? Okay, well... Okay, it's weird to see, like, the conversation bubbles on screen when all three of them are here. But anyways, where's Badge? Professor Mikotoba, I wonder, could I show you something? Why do you seem so nervous? I suppose because I'm a student showing something to a professor. That's always quite nerve-wracking. Well, I'm sorry I perturbed you in that way. But anyway, I'm afraid I have nothing useful to say about that, damn it. Really? Alright, fine. Journey from Japan. So how was the voyage here? Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards. But it wasn't as bad when we first came 16 years ago. No, that's true. Then I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time, we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience. Ah, so you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris? Wait, we stopped in Paris? We did, yes. But only for one night. And yesterday evening, we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover. Just in time for the symposium, in fact. It starts tomorrow. Gee, how convenient. It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. I'm very proud of you, Father. Something bad is going to happen to one of these guys. It's thanks to Seishiro here. 16 years ago, he managed to integrate himself with Britain's Attorney General. I'm sure that's why I was invited. I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default. Speak for yourself, Yujin. You were close friends with a professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Yes, well, I don't know how to dredge all that up. Really? No. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, but it doesn't bring it back. Kazuma's father, I suppose. Yeah, let's talk about him. Professor, the killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy, was actually Kazuma's father, wasn't he? That's correct. Genshin Asoji. What friggin' Genshin Impact? Oh, great. Mr. Genshin Impact Asoji. Genshin. You knew, I presume, Father? Yes, he was a close friend at the time. Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard. I never uncertain what drove the man to commit such heinous acts. It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth. He was executed with little ado. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland. What about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father? No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness. However, I suspect he may have had his doubts. Oh, why? As you know, I've tried to guide Kazuma growing up as if he were my own son. Then one day, he came to my office at the university and said, I've decided I want to travel to Great Britain and study there. Do you think he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death? I don't know. But when I looked into his eyes, I didn't know that there was no way I'd be able to stop him. Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually. Oh, what? Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and been missing for almost a year, Kazuma since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Van Zeeks. What? What? That's news to us. Uh-oh. They didn't know? Look at Mikatoma's eyes. Actually, the judge's eyes are even funnier. So, Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. As you know, we both thought Kazuma had died on a steamship during a voyage to Great Britain in January. But he didn't die. He's alive. As you knew, didn't you, Father? In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, but to no avail. But he's still alive, and here in London, you say. Never dared to even dream it. Why on earth did the young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now. Well, seems like he was suffering from amnesia. What? Amnesia? When we first came across him again here in London, he didn't know who either of us were. I see. He only regained his memory 8 days ago. This is unbelievable. Yes, it's quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know. I must speak with him urgently. I wonder how Kazuma has been these past few days. Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him? Oh, fine, I'll talk to you one more time. I was gonna go talk to Kazuma, but fine. I was gonna talk to you about your time period. That began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Yujin here, Genshin Asoji, and myself. We were the original 3. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study. Ocean voyages were not what they are today, I can tell you. 16 years ago, things tough for their generation. Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at UMA University at the time, you know, young lady. Yes, grandmother told me. He went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan. Yes, it's an eerie place sandwiched between the back of a prison and a burial ground. Oof. Ugh. I don't want to talk of graves. Very often, there's no one willing to deal with bodies following autopsy work. So you see, autopsy labs have something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons. Not my cup of tea at all. Do you remember that Scottish prison governor? Caden, his name was? He was a good man. Yes, but then of course, in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case. When Genshin was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders. I simply couldn't believe it. I'd known the man for years. I was a witness at the secret hearing, and I tried to speak in his defense, but you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you? Well, suffice to say, after all that trial, we were sent back to Japan. There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. It was a lost cause, sadly. Well, if you excuse us now. Yes, I'd like to get this trunk up to my room as soon as possible. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long. I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here. Sada-san's gone off at a run. I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow. Yes, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing their entire country. I wish you the best of luck. Naruto, I hope you'll keep an eye on Susanoo for me. Keep looking after her as you obviously have been. Oh, no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me. Well, I do appreciate you being there for her, after all. Been a miserable father to her. I thoroughly let her down. Sorry? What do you mean? Well, 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. The very year Susanoo was born. Yes, I heard. The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life, but, well, sadly was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too. Oh yes, Sada-san hinted at something like that. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Seishiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain. I was too worried about you to leave you behind. So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London. So, that's what happened in a nutshell. And that's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare. Though the world does not readily afford young women such things, I must say. I completely understand, Professor. Ah, one other thing, Naruto. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask you. Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you? Well, thing is, I'm sorry that took so long. Oh, jeez. Mr. Sato, who's this cameraman behind you? No, then. Lost, take your bags.
Allow me to take your bags.
One moment, if you please, porter.
Of course, sir.
That machine around your neck. It's a camera, I believe.
Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a young, lovely photograph to commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir.
Well, I think given the occasion, we could justify the expense. Oh no, something's gonna happen to him, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Why am I so stern? I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruto. It's really made Father very happy, I think. Oh, well, I'm pleased then. You interrupted before. Professor Mikotoba was about to ask me something. Should I ever return to Baker Street then? I expect Iris would have some delicious tea waiting for us. Yes, let's go. You're gonna die. I'm getting more and more anxious about Kazuma, though. Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongheart later and ask him after. Ask after him. Alright, well. I guess we can look around here. That desk is known as the hotel reception. Anyone who spend the night has to report there to sign in for their stay. Yeah, I know that. Oh, so do you think that's the head clerk behind the desk there? Yes, I'm sure it must be. I pointed at the bellboy. I'd love to stay in a grand hotel like this for a little while, wouldn't you? Just to know what it's like. If the hotel fee was paid through us to trip in, I'm afraid it might bankrupt our homeland. True, London gives the word expensive a whole new meaning. Okay, that's the entire desk. We got baggage. Look at all the cases just left out there on that trolley. Aren't they worried about thieves? I know I am. Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry, he's obviously keeping an eye on everything. Ah, so it's a trap designed to catch any chancers who might be tempted. Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose? Well, some might say you look a little suspicious with your jet black clothes. Not even clad in black is some sort of ninja with intent to steal, you know. Alright, over here, we got like a little tea area, but I can't target that for some reason. There's a picture of the Grand Tower, I think that is, or it's either the Apple. Oh, it's the Crystal Tower. Look at that, it's a picture of the Crystal Tower. Well, the Great Exhibition is one of Britain's most prestigious achievements in recent years. I wonder how tall it is. It really does represent the pinnacle of scientific advancement in so many ways. There's a 20-meter tall chimney on the bathhouse near my lodgings at Yuma University. And a tenant there is always boasting that's the tallest object in the neighborhood. I'm sure. Did you know that over the channel in Paris is a tower that's 300 meters tall? What? How many times taller than the chimney at Yuma Soaking Hot Springs is that? And if that's that tall, how does it draw properly? The smoke would get stuck, surely. I don't think it's that sort of tower, Mr. Naruto. I think he's talking about the Eiffel Tower. Chandelier. Have you seen all the sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that. Ah! That's called a chandelier, I believe. It's designed to perform elegant lighting in large, spacious rooms like this. So they have to gather every gem in the world just to illuminate one room. It's probably electric light bulbs that are actually throwing the light. If I try to hang something like that from the ceiling of the office, it would be scraping on the floor. I think perhaps chandeliers aren't for you, Mr. Naruto. Alright, well. I think that's enough of so we have our legal counsel tea, the Sholmes' suite, and the Chief Justice's office, so I think she's leading us here, so yeah. Oh great, why is Van Zeke's here?
Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. I've supplemented your original with the figures you asked for the yard.
Oh great. Who's dead this time?
I see. Excellent work. Thank you. You're welcome, my lord.
What's Lord Van Zeke's doing here? Hey, there seems to be an awful lot of tension in the air, wouldn't you say? This place is stifling enough as it is. We really don't need any more tension. Oh, great, we're spotted.
My apologies. I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress made you all but invisible to me.
Oh, no, it's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure. From now on, you must dress in white from head to toe whenever you come here. Fine. But I prefer a blue suit. Now then, Mr. Naruto. Yes, my lord. I'm right here. What? Ugh. Kill me now. Is something wrong? Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you. Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I've never experienced a room at such a perfect temperature. If you're sure, the beads of sweat carving their way down your face is just otherwise. Because of the dagger you're staring at me with, mainly. As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow. In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam. Oh, yes, that's right, my lord. He's extremely honored to have been invited. I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting. In your capable hands, then, Lord Van Zieks. I'll attend at once. Oh, he's probably talking about the symposium. Okay, not a case. He gave you a very cold stare as he left, didn't he? I know. I haven't done anything. Have I? These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in spectacular fashion. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service? Mr. Naruto, he's talking about Dr. Scythe. Ah, of course. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just... Fear not. You've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's wrongdoing precipitated the situation. You needn't concern yourself with it any further. That'd be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me. Lord Van Zieks is doing an admirable job of holding the fort. Though disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since yesterday. Oh, missing? What's become of Kazuma-sama now? Oh, great. Well, new case, new opportunity. Look at this badge! Can I show you this, Lord Strongheart? I'm the Lord Chief Justice. I'm not here to offer advice about evidence. Oh. Especially when the evidence in question is so dull. So that's the real reason. Alright. What do we have? Forensic Science Symposium. Not long ago, visitor numbers to the Great Exhibition exceeded 30 million. 30 million? See, that many people in the world? As in comparison, Mr. Naruto, the population of the imperial capital of Tokyo is 2 million. Oh. Oh, now we know roughly the population at the time. I'll be opening the International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition's main auditorium. This event has been 2 years in the making. 2 years of preparation and negotiations with other countries. Sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations! The 20th century will see the wholesale adoption of forensic science techniques and cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential. Which is why this landmark is the first symposium to be hosted here at the heart of a great British Empire, in order that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organization in the New World. It's the same as ever, I see. That passion is quite something. You're every bit as passionate in your own way. For sure, Mr. Naruto. I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about the future that embraces forensic science. It's my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions. Yeah, sorry about that. I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with. With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown forensic investigation department. And can you not do that now? Obviously,
Nobody wants to hear anything about it at the moment. Even I can't keep the story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. This incident will set back our country's advancement in the field by a good 10 years, I'd say.
Unintended repercussions of our trial. We said we could have overlooked what had happened, though.
Of course not. We shall be grateful to you both. Anyway, I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General. This might delay my plans, but it won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way.
Alright, about Kazuma. About Lord Von Zeke's apprentice.
Ah yes, that came as a surprise to me, I must say, that you and he are old friends.
How did he become an apprentice to Lord Von Zeke's in the first place?
It came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police. Border police? They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel.
Oh my! So he stowed away to get here?
He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia too. Other than the fact that he was clearly of Eastern descent, there were no clues as to who he was. So I decided to assign him to Lord Von Zeke's. That way I could keep an eye on him.
But then, why the mask?
I didn't want to burden Lord Von Zeke's with tiresome explanations about why he had an Eastern apprentice.
Because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask. He's proving to be a great help to Lord Von Zeke's. I have high hopes for his future. By the way, do you know where he's gone?
No idea, but I believe he's left London for the time being.
Oh, crap. Oh.
I take it you also didn't know that the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals,
Genshin Asogi. Or Asogi. Asogi? I think it was Asogi. Oh no. I can't remember. I might have to go back in that trial to look. To listen again. What we learned from the trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out my friend's father was...
Ah yes, Genshin Asogi.
I think it's a soft G. This sounds better.
The professor case 10 years ago caused a great stir here in Britain.
They were such awful murders. Unprecedented. Using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon.
And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign scientist or a foreign student invited to study here by the government. So the true identity of the killer could be made public then, and it can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him, neither do the citizens of London.
The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between the two nations at the time, I understand.
Correct. However, it has to be noted that there were some supporters of the professor's apparent cause.
What? Supporters of mass murder?
The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole. Or so a few thinkers of London believed anyway.
Right, I see. But it was still murder, wasn't it? Seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey. Oh, crap. What? That's... Oh, geez. Yeah, that is fairly similar. I need a drink. Hold on. Okay. Sure enough. Is that all? I don't think I need to examine this room again. Alright, yeah, I think I think I just go back to Sholmes' place. If he has nothing else to say, I don't have any evidence to show him anything. Oh, what was that? Man screaming in a most unflattering way. Do you think could it have been Mr. Sholmes? Oh my, I do hope not. Wait. I do. Mon ami. This this What the hell? Who are these people? Who are you people? Because their hair, it's bright red. I think they must be clients of Mr. Sholmes. Right, you two, you're coming with me now. Down to the clink. Oh, I like it. Oh, just like this. This is my friend. I am not scared. Oh yeah, I'm scared of the dark. Shut him out here, I just get quiet in the dark and plan the next meeting is. I don't like this. I don't like it. I'm sorry for your ears. Well, tough. We'll finish it down in the yard. Now get moving.
Bye then, Ginny. Have fun.
Oh yeah, thanks, Iris. Thanks, you great detective. Okay, fine. I guess they're getting arrested. Why is Cosmo's mask here? Gina makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she?
Oh, Susie and Bruno.
Hello, Iris. We're home.
Well, did you find your daddy?
Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friend.
Oh, well, that's great news. I hope I get to see my daddy again soon.
About that. Yes, of course. Dr. John H. Wilson. So, Iris, all that remains is that the greatest problems now known to man. What? Get rid of your stupid red hair! But before we concern ourselves with that, I believe some tea is ordered, don't you, my dear fellows? You idiot! There's something on Mr. Naruto. Don't crumb or such like in my face. Yeah, something on your face. Not so much on your face. It's on your head, I'd say. Oh no. Oh. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Come along then, everyone.
I brewed a lovely special time for tea. I can't even keep a straight face anymore. Whatever is going on here today? In that case, let us take a drink now. For in fact, expecting a guest here later today. Oh no, I'm going lightheaded. Oh no. Give me a second. I legit went lightheaded there. I'm not perfect, but let's keep going. I did not mean to push that button. Okay. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to present my badge to you. You're ridiculous. We all know that. Let's talk. You're two visitors. You other people with red hair. Mrs. Sholmes, who are those two gentlemen that were here before? Oh, great. Now my eyes are like all. My eyes are like twitching because of that. Oh gosh, man. Whew. Oh, just a pair of petty criminals. Nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow.
And when the mood takes me, it will let me turn a blind eye to all manner of infractions.
When the mood takes you. All manner of infractions.
But such fellows set their sights on Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Well, that's when their luck runs out.
Oh my, you are the target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes. I need to actually take out my glasses here. Because my twitchy eyes are gonna get... My glasses are gonna get in the way. My eyes are gonna keep twitching like this. Hopefully they'll solve themselves. If not, I'll just pause the stream, even if I have to make a episode 0.5 again. Oh my, you were the target of crime, Mr. Sholmes?
But I quickly devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them to our young detective ally.
You should have asked Grexy to come too. We could have had an arresting tea party.
Okay, is he still a Scotland Yard officer or detective or whatever? If he's still higher, then cool.
I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming. Man, it's consistently at the wrong place at the wrong time. There's no word for him, I'm sure. Aha! I have it. A bungler. That's the word.
Yes, bungles. Blum blum blum. Cue the Dark Souls final boss theme. It's a good job. He's not here to hear you say that. Those redheads have been up to no good. I wonder what the man did. What the men did. Greatest problem. What was that about the greatest problems known to man that you mentioned before? Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes?
How should I best explain it?
As you're aware of the theory of evolution. Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance? Ah, great. Well, I think I've heard talk of it somewhere. Possibly. That's a revolutionary scientific theory that was nearly proposed 40 years ago now. 40 years ago? How? Really? According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops. Wait, what? We were apes?
We were a monkey!
Indeed, and from the very moment those apes descended from this canopy to live as humans, it has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man. Our lot? What is this great problem, Mr. Sholmes? Why, is it not obvious, my dear madam? The problem of rent. Rent payment. Great. Ha! But did you ever receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Chesnaught only the other day?
Pshaw! A large sum.
One platinum of virus and a new motor car from you later, and all of it has quite disappeared, I must assure you. I'm face palming right now. Face palming it and also rubbing my eyes again. Really, dude? I mean, I guess I can't, I can't justify buying a car back in the day. I can't when you have rent to pay, because you can just walk everywhere or bike everywhere. And they didn't care. There's not that many cars on the streets back then, and they were pretty crappy at most of them.
Honestly, Hurley, you should know you squandered it.
Yes, well, anyway, 2 days ago, I discovered the answer to man's greatest problem. For the coming month, at least.
And what was the answer?
Why, there's a substantial clue before your very eyes.
You dyed your hair.
Don't tell me, let me see. Humans are sorry creatures. I don't know to see what's in front of their noses. Let me give you some instances. Don't look, but observe me very closely.
There's one particular feature about a person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think. There was a thing I was freaking laughing about so much that I almost fainted, literally, in the end. It's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very moment, right from the very beginning of our conversation. I think we might need another clue before we uncover the full answer, Mr. Nora. You idiot! Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out if this charade goes any much longer. Get it? Tear his hair out. Ha 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 ha. Ah, great. Dogs went out. Or at least one of them does. There you go. Alright, the lie you told. What lie? I don't remember a lie. Oh, wait a minute. Is this about the previous case? Mr. Sholmes, isn't it about time you told us the truth? Just over a week ago, you said to us. Oh, man. Yeah, about freaking Kazuma. That's the lie. That case aboard the SS Beria in January. Kazuma wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead at the time. So what was really going on? Why are we just now discussing this 8 days later? The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he hadn't regained consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril. Of course, a side effect of the prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you now know. It was a simple enough task to silence the crew. But how? After they carried him out of the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. Oh. Then I made them swear to leave him unconscious and have him unlaid from the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse. Oh, how horrible! It was necessary to find some material to which to persuade the crewmen to keep their word, of course. Why? Why did you do it in the first place? I'll be at liberty to elaborate in due course. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you. I didn't foresee subsequent events. What events? His disappearance in Hong Kong. Oh! I believe I may have made a gross error of judgment. Mr. Sholmes. So there was ulterior motive at least. Alright. Let me just see. Is there any more? Well, I guess I can examine why the freaking mask is here. The mask Cosmo wore when he was assigned to Lord Von Zeeks as his apprentice. He cast it aside to the trial the other day. I just sort of picked it up. Okay, well that makes sense. We ought to give it back to him, I suppose. But he has his memory back now, doesn't he? I can't help feeling he might turn around and tell me coldly to wear it myself. Okay. But, isn't he your best friend? Alright, fine. What about this newspaper? I don't think... Was this newspaper here before? Let's see here. This looks like last week's edition. Oh. What's the article circled in red ink there? It's an advertisement. It's in an advertisement column. It says... To the Red-Headed League. The Red-Headed League? What's that? I don't know. I never heard of it before, but... It's something on my face. Clearly this has something to do with that. Lively hair. Okay, we got evidence. I'm glad I checked that then. Alright, well... So I did pick up something out of place. I don't think I need to... There's this freaking violin. Alright. Well, let's just present this, see if he reacts to it. Looks as though someone's circling an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes.
To the Red-Headed League? Does that strike you in some way?
I was thinking that it just maybe might be related
To your bright red hair! So, at last you've learned to apply my methods, Miss Naruto.
Sorry? What?
In the first instance, a quite indispensable obvious observation.
Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut.
So then, let me regale you with the details of my latest exploits.
Oh, great. Here we go again. Regale or boast? The Red-Headed League. What mess have I got myself into this time? So what is this? What is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you circled? There were a whole bunch of red-headed people in the intro. This does have something to do with the case.
You noticed in the paper, then, that, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment.
It was? How?
According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows unsurpassed by governments. In fact, the only condition for being a member is having red hair.
That doesn't entirely surprise me. But his hair's normally like whitish.
At least I want the lucky redhead receive once they've joined.
You have pink hair. Does that count?
An unconditional salary of £4 a week.
Oh my, £4 a week? But why? Why are they paying people for? Or what are they paying people for?
That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement.
Surely every redheaded person in the country would be flocked to join in that case.
You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I put in my application at once.
So will I, just on the off chance. That might be stretching a point, I think.
The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see.
Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can. So it's kind of like popes, I think. I think that's how like the Catholic Church works. There's a certain amount of popes. I can't remember the specifics, but I think that's how. If I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry I offended you.
But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't particularly lucky for the red-headed in question, I feel, Mrs. Sholmes.
So you decided to try and join its place.
Correct. I mean, look at me. Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow?
No.
So why? Why'd it have to go so wrong?
What on earth happened?
A blunder, Mr. Naruto. Though it pains me to admit it.
Alright. Jeez, man.
What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes? I'm glad you asked, Mr. Sato. What you see atop my head is neither dye nor a hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight. By the wonders of chemistry.
Chemistry. So you dyed your hair.
I was conducting some research into a message of the rejuvenating spent tea leaves. In the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one's hair into a flame-like red. Would you like to try it? It'll make every hair on your body perfectly crimson.
I think I'll pass.
But Mr. Sholmes, is that quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it? Images are always hampering by such fears. Oh, I should never doubt you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say? But of course. To earn £4 per week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger.
Okay. That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely. I bet this conversation is raising a lot of red flags, isn't it?
So anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. For the park on Lime Street where the Red-Headed League was interviewing prospective
prospective new members.
Lime Street. So, okay, the irony. A group of redheads are trying to recruit someone for their new empty spot. So they go to Lime Street. Lime, the color of green. So what went wrong? The whole park was choked with redhead folk, like a coaster's orange barrel. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. 8 hours! When the panel interview saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, aren't you in disguise to conduct an investigation?" Well, they knew at least. So naturally, I had no choice but to reply. "Shh! Don't give me away." After which, I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning, when I looked into the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair into the police. Oh.
Oh dear, what a disaster! Hurley and those two redheads.
What a stupid reason to arrest people. Aha! Here's my guest now, my latest client, with money to spend.
Oh, I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley.
Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating. Save a local runaway, of course. Locating runaway, of course. Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you?
Oh dear, I'm afraid the Hurley can lack a little tact, especially just before the rent is due.
What? Oh, gee, that's you! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Herlock Sholmes! Oh, please! Oh, please! Please find my husband! He's run away! Save for a runaway. And you... Okay. Oh, jeez. To upset me? Oh, I beg your pardon? Never mind. A personal matter. My apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Hurley? I didn't say a word. Come, my dear madam. Be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please.
Of course.
What's the matter, Mrs. Sato? Oh, it's just that the gentlewoman. I feel sure if we've seen her somewhere before. Yeah, she was one of the jurists very recently. Yes, now that you come to mention it. Which case was that though? Actually no, it was the one 8 days ago. As I explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil. Evie Vigil. I don't see the pun. I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure. Money and wealth has little consequence to me, madam. Being offered a case to solve it is reward enough. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence. I'll of course make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you remember those words also. Your words also. Oh, how may I inquire, sir? This gentleman and lady would be. Oh, me? I'm about to tell you. I should like to communicate in the strictest confidence. You understand? Ah, these are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you may say to me. Oh, I see. I can vouch for the gentleman personally, after all. He's hard of hearing. What? Come on! What? Why did I ever get my hopes up? Alright, well, I actually get a chance to do this because I never got a chance to do it in the trial. Look at this badge! Mrs. Vigil, if you would mind casting your eyes over this. Oh, my poor Daly! Where have you gone? What's become of you? Daly, huh? Is that her husband that's fled? I'm afraid she's too worried about her husband to pay any attention, Mr. Naruto. Either that or she just doesn't want to be bothered with me. Alright, well, Mrs. Mrs. Vigil. Forgive me for asking Mrs. Vigil, but we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps? Oh my!
Shaw, my dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a most gentlemanly fashion. You... Is that possible? That you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week?
Okay, so it was the most recent trial. Ah! I knew I recognized her. Didn't quite recognize her before because she's acting so differently now.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer. Being hard of hearing, I mean.
Pardon?
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was a frippery, really. Nothing more.
Now look at where you started, Mr. Schultz. Thank you very much.
I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner.
What? Okay, fine. I know he said yes there, but I feel like what I said there makes more sense.
Tell us about your husband, madam.
Mr. Vigil, my dearly, is 40 years of age. Have a photograph here.
Oh, he's cute.
An entirely remarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married?
It will be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship. My husband's income is more than adequate, so we live quite comfortably.
As it would appear, I need only look at you to know these things.
Of course!
You dress as the latest style, your hair are clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he'd rather daughter me.
Which would point to the possibility that he's become embroiled in some incident or other. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's exactly what I feel like must have happened, Mr. Storm. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see.
Uh-oh.
What if he's incurred some miscreant ill will?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a warder at the prison.
He's a warden? A guard. That is somewhat unusual. Oh no, okay, not a warden. Because the warden is like the main person in charge of the prison. No, he's one of the prison guards. Okay. Prison warder. Interesting.
So your husband is a prison warder.
That's right, yes. Well, actually, in fact, he's a chief warden.
Oh, so he is the warden.
Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualifies something as a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments. See that they're carried out.
Dreadful punishments. Does she mean capital punishments?
And at such times, he must occasionally spend the night or two in the prison dormitory. But for that extra responsibility, he is remunerated more handsomely than the other wardens. Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbors.
Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged?
Let me guess, it's the same prison we always go to.
Barclay prison, Mr. Shaw.
Yep.
Really? Barclay? Oh, a fun exception.
Like, can we actually explore the prison? That would be kind of cool.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it.
Of course there is.
Yes, that's correct. Locate cemetery.
Oh, locate. It's coming up again. No. Locate cemetery, the very place we were discussing in court. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, my dear fellow. And yet undeniable.
Sorry, Mr. Sholmes. I'm afraid you're lost to me.
Ah, pay no heed, madam. Pay no heed. A private matter. This can't really be a coincidence, can it? The plot thickens.
So,
Oh. So to the matter of your husband's experience, when did you realize he was missing? The completely wrong voice there.
please do not laugh. It was yesterday.
I'm sorry, yesterday? That really is recent. Laughably so.
The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away from his work. It is not at all out of the ordinary for him to return home at night. But this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day. That has certainly never happened before. Oh, my dear Daly, whatever could have happened?
My dear Mrs. Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police?
Well, naturally, or sadly. They refuse to listen to my pleas as my husband has been missing for only 1 day. I was asked to wait patiently after all.
In truth, Mrs. Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let's not be hasty. I see no reason why we shouldn't engage my detective powers to track your husband down anyway.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Storms.
And furthermore, let me assure you, a chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it. Do you lie? You need the rent.
You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you can't mention.
You seek only to put this sweet rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it. Thank you for everything you have shared with us, Mrs. Vigil. I have all the information I need to begin my investigation.
Oh, please report to me soon with good news, sir.
Fear not, madam. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm quite sure.
So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Storms.
Good news should be delivered early, I always say. If you'd be so kind as to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession. Oh. He gave it to me, though, for some reason. Thank you. Now, allow me to show you the door.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Storms. You've been simply marvelous.
You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two? Are you sure?
I can't be sure, of course. But then I didn't swear on it. I merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her some good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by the time I successfully pay Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Won't you agree, Mr. Naruto? Don't look at me with those pleading eyes! Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case? Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually. Excellent. What did you make of it? Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Barclay Prison, I mean. Ah, so you know that. Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery. Oh boy. Mr. Robot Man again. I'm so shocked that he wasn't the culprit in that case. That blew my mind. Barclay Prison is where that notorious man was incarcerated. The professor. And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem. It's all very peculiar. Indeed. But nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruto. Sorry? Run along to the prison and see what you can glean. Would you? It's the prison governor if you want. No doubt the man is equally worried.
What? Aren't you gonna go yourself?
Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen out with his hair.
Yeah, I knew you felt guilty about it. But did you go to Lime Street with that hair? That was quite different. That was a quite different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy. He's gonna dye his hair back to white, isn't he? Of course you are. Alright, well, I'm actually going to BRB real quick. I'm not ending stream at all. That's the wrong button on my remote. I mean. I'm gonna BRB. Oh, shut up, Aunt Vest. I need to use the bathroom and the dogs are barking, so I need to check on them. I'll be right back. Hopefully it's not too long. Alright, I'm back. I'm feeling much better. I did end up calming down after the laughing fiasco. I'm okay now. Alright, let's go check out the prison. Oh, brand new location, the prison governor's office. We're actually gonna be exploring the prison. Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its four high outer walls looming quietly before us in the fog. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. What the heck is that clock? I hate it. What? Oh no, it's Polly! No! No! No, it's the murderer! It's Polly! No!
This place is full of hardened criminals. I can't remember the last time a civilian was done here. And you didn't want to talk to an inmate but to me? Did you ken who I am? I'm the governor of Barley Camden.
Barry Camden. Barry Camden. Camden, like, or Caden, like, not Barry Caden, as in like. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of the exact pun. Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Renus Ganoherto, defense lawyer.
And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean?
Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan.
Japan? Did you say Japan?
Yes.
Well, there's no any of your kind here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh?
I didn't know it's another prison next door, sir. Anyway, we came to ask you some questions about.
I didn't hate, like to be so direct, but I have no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious looking Eastern.
Oh, he's racist.
Now get out of my hair.
So as soon as he finds out that we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means. I think it's because of the professor case. You think so too? 10 years ago, Genshin Asuji, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then, after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in that cemetery behind the prison.
I might have known. You're sniffing over food in the case, aren't you?
Oh gosh.
Your agents, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt.
No, not at all. We're just.
Get done. Get gone with you before I punch your lights out.
We're going. The ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere here unless we can somehow prove this man that there's nothing suspicious about us. Governor Caden? What are you hiding, Mrs. Sato? What are you thinking, Mrs. Sato? What? How do I read hiding as or thinking as hiding? I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us. What? I don't remember that. Come to think of it, I have the same feeling. I don't remember this. Well, I doubt I can actually like present my badge to him, so I'll wait till later. Great Waterloo. Maybe did they like mention it? Did you like mention it or something? That's Professor Mikatoba over there.
Ah, hello you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I've unpacked.
Where's Judge Jikoku?
Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taking himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs.
Having only just arrived in the country today? Goodness, he's full of energy. Professor, you mentioned something before about how you know the present governor at Barclay Prison.
Oh, Governor Caden, you mean?
So it is the same man.
Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners.
Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story.
Oh, would you? That'd be wonderful if you have the time now.
Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment.
Reading your paper. Good. Busy. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee.
No, I have rather a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? You Mikatobans are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts. What could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts?
Let's not fall out now. I have an idea.
What's he writing on that piece of paper?
Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll charge his tune.
Ah, thank you. Oh, change his tune. My bad. Thank you. Cool.
Good luck then.
Alright. Nothing over here. Alright, well. Let's move back. Alright. I have two things to show you. First thing, letter of introduction. Hold on, let me just... What? Blackbird line. Huh. Wait, oh, is that his ticket stub? That is not the right button. If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden.
What's this then? You can't put the world in my eyes, you good for nothing Japanese student. Mika Toba. That the young jock from the forensics laboratory? That Mika Toba?
Yes, exactly, him. Oh dear! Perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Eugen Mikitoba's daughter, Susato.
Jeez, you're the young man's daughter? And you didn't anything to mention that before?
I do apologize.
I will. You best take a seat then. Can I give you a cup of tea, perhaps? And then I forget to try one of these wee cup biscuits.
Oh no. He's one of those people, the tough type with a soft interior. Father's influence is nothing short of amazing. I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now.
So then, what can I do for you, Ann?
Well, we're currently investigating a case. If it's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing.
Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor. Oh, wait, if he's the prison governor, so he must be the warden. The actual warden. And the lead warder is just like the second in charge. I don't know how it works. I wish like they use it in today's terms, but it makes sense that they're speaking in old English. Or not old English, but you know what I mean.
I haven't heard of nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Oh! But how can that be? It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Vigil?
That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Skip that part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Clearly that means something to him. Uh-oh. Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir? He's dead, isn't he?
Aye, of course.
Well, first, I gotta show you my other thing. Look at this badge!
What's that there then?
It's actually the sign of a Japanese defense lawyer.
Well, you have to wear something like that to prove who you are. Perhaps you should wear these handcuffs, eh?
I think maybe it's more of a sign of the people you catch than you yourself.
Aye, that's true. Got me there, in.
What is he doing, combing his hair? They're not actually a sign of anything, are they? He's giving me what's his name? What's his name for investigations? Damn it! He's giving me Detective Bad vibes. Yeah, that's it. Detective Bad vibes, but hold on, give me a second. I misspelled it. Giving me Detective Bad vibes, but
Extra thick!
Extra thick.
alright. Chief Warder Vigil. We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison.
Aye, that he was.
Strong sense of responsibility.
Responsibility and dedicated to the job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder.
Sorry, did you say was?
Aye. He doesn't need work here no more. He left the job.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he died. Oh my! When was this exactly?
Is a question. When was it about? It couldn't have happened much less than 10 years ago.
What? What? 10 years ago? You stopped working at 10 years ago? What the heck is going on? Also, that's the same amount of time as before.
Yes, I mind it. You can. I haven't heard the fella's name in all that time. That's a worry if he's gone missing, though.
Well, Mr. Visitor made no mention of it. I think perhaps Mr. Naruto. His wife simply doesn't know. Oh no! It's one of these situations where he's getting his money from shady places and saying that he still works at the he's still saying he works at the place. It's the Incredibles. Damn it! I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. Governor Caden, can you remember what happened? Or can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here?
That's important, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it may be. What do you think of Mr. Naruto? I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago. Ah! Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison. Alright. A lot of things are tied to this incident now. So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of Chief Warder 10 years ago, you're telling us. What happened to make him leave the job?
In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter.
You mean he was dismissed?
It was after a particular walk.
Sorry? A walk?
Aye, that's our word for it here. A walk to the gallows.
An execution.
It's the job of the chief warder to protect the gallows tree and oversee any executions you see. Only, Vigil did something unthinkable on the last walk he was manning.
What did he do?
I'm sorry, but I can't even reveal that information.
It's about it's the professor, isn't it? What?
I can tell you that it's very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post.
Well, why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here.
I wouldn't keep keen of anything about that. I wouldn't care about that.
Jeez, his dialect is kind of throwing me for a loop here. Could you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal?
And what would that be in?
That last execution was that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's? My thoughts exactly.
I'm sorry, I really am. But I am no liberty to answer that.
I see. Okay, we got our suspicions now. My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted.
The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research. Deacon?
Yes, I can imagine. The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable.
Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard. In the basement of Saint Sinners. It's still in use today.
I forgot that freaking name of the hospital, whatever it's called. Saint Sinners. It's come up before, I'm sure. Yes, that's right. We've been there.
Migatoba and I have used to provide courage together and negotiate terms.
More fresh material, I suppose.
Aye, and we used to sit in there for hours and gab on about this section and all such words. Take me back. We bought a tea and a plate of cuff biscuits, of course.
How charming.
He was a good fellow, your father. reliable, and dead set on his work. I'm afraid I'll never understand your Japanese.
Because of Genshin SG, I suppose.
Well, I can't tell you anything else.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Governor.
Uh-oh. One more before you're away in. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir of your visit to the prison.
City of London Police. What is it?
That's Visual's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old, of course.
Oh my! Are you sure?
Aye, there's no trouble at all. It's no the original of mine.
It's not the original, so this is a copy. Thank you very much, Governor Caden.
Well, in return, do me a favor and never come back here. The case is closed.
Well, I think we ought to return to Bacon Street for the time being. Yes, I agree. He needs to report back to Mr. Shawns with what we found out about Mr. Vigil. What will he tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? Okay. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, but I'm also gonna check out this room before I forget. Freaking Polly, go away! I don't want you here. Look, we have an opportunity here now while the governor is away. What? Oh. Mr. Naruto, you could be in prison if you were caught. That's a good point. Perhaps not then. Oh, fine. I guess we can't. Damn it! Damn it! I wanted to punch Paul in the face. All right, fine. Well, no, fine. I guess I'm ending the stream here instead of checking out the room. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the VOD. And next time we will continue investigating. We haven't actually seen like any sort of death. We have no reason to actually go to court this time, which is interesting. Not yet anyways. But then again, the first case, the last case started off a little bit slow when we didn't know like a victim. Well, actually we did kind of know a victim. But we didn't actually get to meet him until the second part of that stream. Or the second... We didn't get that... What am I trying to say? It took two streams to actually investigate it in full, so... Maybe we'll see more next time. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!